165,000 new recycling, rubbish and food scrap bins have now been delivered to 55,000 homes across Tauranga. But don't start using your fancy new bins just yet.
The service starts from the 1st of July. So if you want to know what day to put your bin out, look at the sticker on the side of your bin which has the day and the week number, and then look at the calendar and that will tell you which service goes out on which day.
Council rubbish bags will no longer be picked up from the 1st of July.
If you still have some council rubbish bags, you can take them to the transfer stations for free and they'll get taken. If you have excess rubbish, you can take any black rubbish bag to our Tauranga transfer station for a flat $3.50 fee rather than paying the usual $17 for a carload.
The new service also comes with a fleet of state-of-the-art collection trucks.
Part of this service we're getting 33 brand new trucks, a mixture of rubbish, recycling, food waste and glass trucks. 3 of these trucks will be electric trucks and we'll be testing them out on our roads, and if they're ultimately successful we'll look at getting more electric trucks.
And come collection day there'll also be a reduction in the number of rubbish trucks on your street.
Because we're going all with one company, it means that there will only be one truck down each road for each of the services. So for example, on your recycling day you'll have a recycling truck, your food waste truck and the glass waste truck, whereas in previous weeks there could be 5 or 6 different companies going up and down your street.
Local waste commentator Marty Hoffert says the changes are good news for Tauranga.
Finally, we're going to be at the point where we're all diverting waste from landfill rather than some of us recycling and some of us not recycling. For the last 2 decades that we had a privatized system, and some people weren't even recycling at home. Some people were not recycling their food scraps or composting. So what it means is that everybody now will have a recycling bin and everyone will be able to divert food scraps from the landfill.
But the benefits will be far more widespread.
The most harmful thing we bury is food scraps, so banana skins and potato peels and carrot peelings. When they go to a landfill, they create methane gas. So when they're composted above the ground, the only byproduct is water vapor. So it's very good for the planet.
The green food waste bin is easier to use than some might think.
This is going to be new for a lot of people because we haven't been able to get food scraps picked up at the curbside. So all food scraps can go into this green bin, and the great thing about this is that it can take meat and bones and fish and lemon skins and other things that you might not have put in your backyard worm farm or compost bin. So basically this bin lives outside with your other wheelie bins, and probably the easiest thing to do would be to put your food scraps into an ice cream container or some other container and just simply empty them out when you've got a full container inside, and keep the lid closed, and the lid actually locks. The bin should actually be presented with the handle up like a chili bin. It locks it shut and it can be left at the curbside on collection day.
And here's a pro tip for keeping that green bin clean.
Council will allow you to either line it with a paper bag and you could put your food scraps in there, which could keep your bin cleaner, or some people may choose to line it with newspaper to help keep the bin a little bit cleaner.
The yellow recycling bin can now be used to recycle more plastics than before, but it's still not to be used for glass.
For years we've been able to recycle plastic number 1 and 2 at the curbside. We can now do plastic number 5 as well. Paper, cardboard, aluminium cans. And of course we don't put glass in the yellow lidded wheelie bin.
There's no change to glass recycling, which is still done in the blue bin.
Take the lids off your bottles and jars. Make sure you don't overfill it because it becomes dangerous for the guys to pick it up. And otherwise, I think most of us are pretty good at recycling our glass now.
And here's a quick refresher on the red bin.
I think most people know what a landfill is, but don't put grass clippings, food scraps, recyclable containers, paper, cardboard into the landfill bin. The whole idea with the new bins is that there's enough room in these other bins that we don't have to stick glass bottles and grass clippings and organics into the landfill bin.
It's important never to overfill your bins.
So make sure when you put your bins out that the bin lid closes, otherwise litter will get everywhere and your bin won't necessarily get picked up.
If you're still unsure what goes where, consult the bin lid, or better still, give the brochure that came inside your new food waste bin a good read. Gavin Ogden, Local Focus.